What is going on, guys? Ultimate Deadpool here, back with another video. We got a bunch of new characters to discuss today, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into things. Alright, so first off, we've got some updated figures. We've got the Lego Batman 1 video games, Nightwing suit, the magnet suit. So now this is not 100% done, as you can tell by his backpack. But the rest of it is done now. I did have to steal Nightwing's current head because I don't have more of this hairpiece yet. So at the moment, anytime you see these characters in this video, they will have an alternate this particular head slash hair because I only have one at the moment. So, but I promise that will change. So this is as accurate to the video game as I could possibly do. Let me know what you guys think of this, and see if I can focus on it a little bit better. I'll focus. I'll focus it off camera. There we go. So, like I said, this is as accurate to the video game as I could get. Let me know what you guys think of it, and let's go ahead and go on to the next character. Next up, we've got the technology suit. Now, this is one of my favorite suits because you can do a decoy, and if you do a glitch right, you can actually play as several different versions of Nightwing, or Robin, whichever one. So, like I said with the last one, this one's not done. These pieces on the back, these white pieces, actually are green in the original game. But again, it's as accurate as I could possibly make it. So again, let me know what you guys think of it, and let's keep going. Okay, next up we have the water suit. Now this one's a little bit more incomplete than the others. He's missing the oxygen tank that he has on his back, as well as a all black helmet and a red visor. And he's also missing the blue lightsaber blades that he uses for his nightsticks, or whatever you want to call the Nightwing baton staffs, or whatever you want to call them. I always called him his Nightwing staffs. So he is missing those pieces, but the rest of the character is pretty much done. The design is done. The look is, is as accurate to the video game as I can at the moment. I promise, though, if he appears in any videos or if you see him in the background, it will have the yellow oxygen tank as well as the correct helmet, visor, and lightsaber blades. So, let's go ahead and keep going. Alright, next up we've got the tracksuit. Now this one again is just like the last one. It's not fully complete yet. Most of these characters are not. But my mother always referred to this one as the suck-up suit because it's basically just a vacuum cleaner sucking up Lego pieces. The backpack build is as accurate to the game as I could get. Unfortunately, the pieces that make up the backpack don't really exist. And the thing just died. Well, that sucks. And the hose piece for it doesn't really exist either. They just kind of digitally added that in. But essentially it's just a bullhorn with the dish piece. And then it's the backpack piece. And then they added a little cable to it. But I wanted to go ahead and I went ahead and used a Lego rope. And then, like I said, the backpack build is as close so I can get it. It's a little higher up on his torso than it should be, but it's not too bad. Again, not quite finished, but close enough. So, moving on to now the Batman characters. Alright, next we got the glide suit. Now, everything on this version of Batman is done with the exception of the backpack. Again, as accurate as I could get it. Like I said before, the piece that makes up his backpack does not exist. They designed it for the video game to be a like one and only type thing. And I've tried finding the pieces for it, and they do not, as far as I know, they don't exist. But this is as best as I could do with what I had to work with. The only other thing he's missing is an actual Batman first gen or second gen helmet, because right now he's got the New 52 one, which is not bad, but it doesn't match the original video game. And I tried to use these axe pieces as the folded in wings, because like I said, those pieces, as far as I know, don't exist. But that's pretty much it. It's just a plain bat suit with a backpack on it. Let's keep going. Okay, now we've got the essentially updated or upgraded glide suit. This is the bat suit from the second Lego Batman game, because I'm only doing the suits from the first two games. The third game's suits entirely, and even that third game in general, I just could not stand and did not care for. So I'm doing the first two Lego Batman game suits. So this is the bat suit. It's a plain basic Batman outfit. He does have a backpack piece. I do not have any more backpack pieces, so I can't really do anything with that at the moment. But he's got purple hands, a purple groin piece, and a alien blaster with, if I'm not mistaken, it's a purple stud gun, a purple stud here, and then the dish piece on his, for the, I guess, sonic wave that it produces. But anyway, I'm waiting to get the actual winged bat suit, or winged backpack piece that came with like the Arkham Asylum sets, and that particular mold. Because if you look at the video game, when you use the glide function, it actually has purple lines in between that. So I'm going to try to do that as best as I can. And if you guys see it in the background, it'll look just like that. So now to go on to the characters that people are probably going to skip to the end of the video to see. Starting off with the first one here. Now, like I said in my last video, I said I was not going to do a whole lot of minifigures for the boys, because there really weren't that big of characters that I would use all the time, like characters like Homelander, Soldier Boy, and stuff like that. So I did finally finish. I got all caught up with the series today. I'll do a season 3 review probably tomorrow night, because I have some thoughts on that freaking season. It was pretty much everything I both loved and hated about the first 2 seasons dialed up to 20. But it did completely cement my love for the show. I do think it's a good show. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's the best superhero show or comic book show, but it's definitely up there. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So Soldier Boy actually ended up being one of my favorite characters from season 3. With as limited screen time as that poor guy gets, I'm hoping we get more of him in season 4. And the actor who plays Soldier Boy, I think, did a phenomenal job. But when it came to designing his minifigure, there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing. I tried to find the best reference photos I could do, or I could find, and I found one. It was like a complete 2D mock-up of the suit, and I tried to mimic it as best I can. It's very hard to see on camera right now, but if you look very closely, you can definitely see some of the armor plating and whatnot that he has. I did recreate it as best as I could. Again, it is hard to see on camera because there are so many dark colors on there. His face is just a standard Avengers Infinity War Captain America face with what I call the Peter Parker hairpiece on top of it. And then even on his back, again, it's very hard to see because it's mostly just black lines and stuff to outline everything. But there is a star right about here on there, as well as a couple of other armor plates and whatnot there. So again, I did try to make it as best as I could, and he's even got the shield logo on his shoulders up there, as well as some of his arm detailing up there as well. So I did try to make this as accurate as possible, but unfortunately there weren't really good reference photos of the whole costume. And I know he does have a shield. I don't have a shield piece for that yet. I will hopefully have one before too much longer. Just know if Soldier Boy does show up in any videos, he'll have his shield. Sorry, I slept with my mouth open, now my throat's all dry. It's been dry all day. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, like I said, expect to see Soldier Boy in at least a few videos, but whenever he does, he will have his shield, and he will fight Captain America at some point in the future. That's why I did my poll earlier today. For those of you who may not know, Captain America actually holds a lot of his, or pulls back a lot of his punches. So if he didn't hold back, who would actually win in a fight between Soldier Boy and Captain America? This version of Soldier Boy, not that pathetic excuse that they have in the comic books. Because I did do research on that, and they basically made Soldier Boy a joke, so which is kind of sad. But I'm so thrilled on how they kind of did a 180 on his character in the show. So take that version of Soldier Boy and then Captain America from the MCU and have Captain America not hold back his punches, because a lot of his punches he holds back on. So, but anyway, I've spent too much time on Soldier Boy. Let's go on to the main event. Alright, now we've got Homelander, my favorite character of the entire Boys series, or the Boys series, mostly because of just how messed up he gets. And oddly enough, he kind of reminds me of me, which is kind of scary to think about. But anyway, so I, again, just like everything else, I tried to make this as accurate as I could possibly make it. His torso is 100% custom made. His arms are 100% custom made. His legs are custom made. The only thing I did not custom make is his cape. I actually did, well, sort of. I upgraded the cape that I found online, or found on the internet, because oddly enough, he was actually very easy to do. There were several reference photos of official knockoffs of Homelander. So I took like the belt, stuff that I knew I couldn't recreate. So I took the belt, I took the cape, and I took his wrist gloves up here as well as his boots. Other than that, everything else is custom done. Like the sides of his boots I did, which you can tell I did because they didn't properly match up right. I will fix that in the future. I did the inside of his cape. That was not easy or fun to do. He doesn't have any back printing because he's always wearing a cape half the time, so there's no point in it. I did give him an alternative facial expression, but unfortunately it didn't exactly work with the hairpiece, and the hairpiece actually got stuck. So this is going to be his main face, and then whenever he gets upset or whatever, he'll have the original Superman heat vision face. Or I'll switch it off between that old face and then the one that I use for Inferno. There wasn't also, real quick, there wasn't exactly the right hairpiece for Homelander. I've seen several people use this particular one before. The one that I found that I really liked in the reference photo was actually something like, I think it was this style hairpiece, but it was obviously molded in a lighter color. So if I can actually find that one, I'll actually use that one instead of this, because this is actually Gravity Man's hairpiece. But like I said, and also you can't really see it at all. But if I were to go on my computer right now and show you guys the Homelander design, there are actual little blue dots all over his costume, because that's how it is in the show. His suit is a dark blue with several light blue spots all over the frickin' suit. It's essentially the same thing that the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man suit has from whichever, I don't remember where I put it at the moment. But it has that like the San Diego Comic-Con Spider-Man, the one with the dots in the eyes. That is what that entire suit is made of, essentially. And that's kind of where it started from. I found a Spider-Man design, turned a small section of it into a sticker, and then copied the entire freaking thing all over. I kid you not, it took at least 2.5 hours just to do the basic design before I could even add anything else. So that goes to tell you how much time I really did spend making Homelander, because like I said, Homelander is my favorite character from The Boys. Butcher's a close second, and then Soldier Boy and Butcher are kind of tied. but I think I like Soldier Boy better than Butcher, just because, you know, I don't know. Soldier Boy kind of reminds me more of me than Homelander reminds me of me, oddly enough. um, but like I said, this is as close to Homelander as I could get. Fun fact for you, his face is also custom made. It is comprised of the original Superman face that had the stern, you know, kind of angry looking look. But then I took the mouth away and actually added the alternative Nightwing or Robin expression face with his smile looking like that. So that's actually where Homelander's face came from, oddly enough. So it's comprised of Superman and Robin. Essentially, that sounds wrong, but you get the point. So, and then I kind of just stretched out his smile just a little bit to make it more accurate to the face shape, or face structure, or whatever you want to call it. So, and since Homelander's smiling 97% of the show, then, well, fake smiling. But, he'll also have there will be times though where he will have this particular head, just so that way he can have the heat vision face at the same time. So that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, like I said, I did the best I could possibly do on these custom minifigures, especially the boys' characters, because I know there's going to be a lot of people who are probably going to dissect them and like, oh, you forgot to add this detail and this detail and this detail. Because trust me, I've had that before, or I have had that before, and it's not fun. So the best example I can come up with is when I tried to redesign a Batman for the Punisher. And nobody liked this design, and it has not appeared in any videos ever or since. Because as soon as I released that character, everyone's like, oh, you screwed up the Punisher, it looks so bad, and blah, 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 this, and blah, blah. So that's why I redid the Punisher, and now he looks like this, which is honestly way, 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 way better. So, yeah. I try to make myself as accurate as I possibly can. Another really great example of that is the Robert Pattinson's Batman. I cannot tell you how many hours went in just designing his torso, arms, and I think a little bit of his legs. It was not at all easy, but I love a challenge, so it was definitely fun. Really the only other character I can think of that I spent hours and hours and hours designing was Evil Deadpool, because it took forever to make Evil Deadpool. But other than that, I do try my best to make these things as accurate as I possibly can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like Homelander and all the other characters, let me know down in the comments below which particular design was your favorite, or which particular alternative suit was your favorite. And I'll catch you guys all next time on Ultimate Deadpool. Peace out. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you guys all later. Bye.